Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
7-yard line.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward, and that time they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play action. Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter, Tress Way, on to punt for Washington. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
The tackle made at the
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
2nd and 6.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Shotgun now for Murray. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
First down, Murray. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Made by Matt Ioannidis.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
He's coming, double up. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tackle made by Chase Young.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Throwing now is Murray. Now he's forced out right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They run with Calais. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, 10, touchdown, Washington. Raymond Calais, an 80-yard touchdown. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The 17-yard line.
Murray now to throw. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
First quarter with the score tied 7-7.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, we got to get this done.
On first and 10, here's Murray going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Washington will take over first and 10. At their own.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 82 yards. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Washington 14. Cardinals 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Throwing on first down is Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, even I can figure out that DeAndre Hopkins is clearly one of the best receivers in the game. Over the last 3 seasons, over 1,100 yards in each season. And don't forget, defenses have been keying on him each and every snap. This guy produces no matter what the situation, no matter what the coverage. Just find him and get him the football.
Flush to his right. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Check 24, check 24.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Haskins to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Slings this deep for McLaurin. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
The 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Murray. Open man is Cantrell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
At the 39-yard line.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, baby.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Murray now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
The tackle.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Murray gets this one to Isabella, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. And the lead is now 13.
Is good. Makes the score Cardinals 27, Washington 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
They're on 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off near the 34, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10. At the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now a timeout taken.
At the 4-yard line.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. On the ground, it's Calais. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And Hopkins' kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the 17, Murray flushed out right. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. And the Washington pressure gets to him, he will go down. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Murray now on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
To number 82.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They go back to the ground with Jones.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Murray. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
1st and 10.
A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To throw, it's Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
A 12-yard pickup.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Murray. Buying time to his left. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
For a Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and
Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Murray with a 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes pushes it up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Eluding the pressure right. This is brought in by Gibson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Calais. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. On play action, Haskins. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run. Calais. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9.
It's brought down by Patrick Peterson. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Cardinals' 29-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1.
Again, it's Calais. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Raymond Calais with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And now Washington a PAT away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Murray throwing on second down. And this is Parker, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Shit. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike, 53, Mike.
Shotgun now from Murray. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now the ball comes loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 63 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And this is caught. It's Parker. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
To Devontae Parker. A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 11.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down.
Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Haskins to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Complete to Albert Okwue.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And his kick is good.
Washington 45, Cardinals 30.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Murray on the keeper.